Hello, and welcome to Silicon Valley Girls Chat Over Tea. I'm Gloria.
And I'm Rosetta, and thanks everyone for tuning in again today to our wonderful weekly chats. We're so happy that you could join us. Are you having a great summer? I hope you are, because I am, even though we can't go out this pandemic.
Yes.
But before we get going, if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up so we know that you watched it and you liked it. Subscribe below and hit the bell notification so that you don't miss any of the chats that we upload. Okay,
yes.
What are we to talk about this morning? First, as usual, we're going to talk about our teas and what are we drinking. I am drinking this organic one. Organic, and it's called Throat Soother Herbal Tea Supplement. It's got licorice root, marshmallow root, fennel fruit, cinnamon bark, ginger, sweet orange peel, peppermint leaf. I love it. So that's what it is. And I've had it seeping. So cheers, everyone. If you can see it there.
Yes, cheers, cheers, cheers.
Gloria is going to talk about.
You can't see it, I'm cheering.
So there you go.
Yes.
Now Gloria is going to talk to you about what tea she's drinking.
And I am drinking this wonderful orange spice black tea. The ingredients are black teas, orange peel, cinnamon, natural flavors, clove, and orange. I decided to try something new, you know, because you and I have been doing licorice week after week. And then I decided to use one of my cruise mugs because it's going to be a minute before I'm on another cruise ship. So cheers.
Yeah, I know that. I missed that. Cheers. Cheers. I miss the cruises. I love cruising.
I love cruising. I hope they figure out something really fast because I'm missing the cruise and I'm ready to rock and roll. So today we're going to kick it off with ta-da, Hamilton. Did you watch it? What did you think?
Yeah, I watched it. Yes, I did. And I love it for many reasons. I actually did go and see Hamilton live in San Francisco, but it was great. Even though it was live, it was great. But compared to this one that they did on Disney, oh my God, it was amazing for several reasons. One, because it was the original cast. And two, because you could see up close and personal. The camera, the way they set up the camera was amazing. You could see all their faces. It was very, very clear. Even though we saw it live, it's hard to see the faces and their expressions. So that was what was really, really good. And we saw it one time and we keep going back and watching different parts of it, which is, you know, what we like. So for all of you Hamilton fans, I hope you watched it and loved it as much as I did. Did you watch it, Gloria?
No, I didn't get a chance to watch it because I haven't figured out how to get Disney Plus. I'm a direct TV person, so if you know how I can do that, hit me up down below. I don't want to add it to my, you know, laptop. I want to add it to my television services because I want to be able to really enjoy it on the big screen. I mean, I can't go to the movie theater. However, I can see it on a larger screen.
Yeah, so if any of you out there know how to do it on DirecTV, please let us know because Gloria would love to watch it.
Yes, I would. So now we're going to move on to the COVID-19 update. As I'm sure we all know, cases are going up right now, and everyone needs to really continue to physical distance, and we need to, if you can, stay between 6 and 10 feet apart because we're finding out that the further apart you can be, the better. And there's this whole discussion about masks, to wear masks, not to wear masks. The states where they're giving them the flexibility to not wear masks, the cases are getting higher faster. So Rosetta and I both wear masks, and we have a video we would like to share with you about masks to give you some more information.
Yes, we do. Here you go. Share the video. Let's see. All right, here you go. Oh, there you go. There's an ad.
I know.
You know it.
You know, they got to make their money in some way, so they're going to make us watch the ad before we get to see what we really want to share with you.
to some stunning visuals showing the importance of wearing that mask to help slow the spread of coronavirus, and showing that the type of mask you choose can make a big difference.
Wow.
Joins us now, Eva. I think I've been making the wrong choice on the face covering. Good morning to you.
Oh goodness, TJ. Well, we all know that wearing a mask helps reduce the spread of the virus, but there are so many different kinds of masks. This morning, some answers about what are your best options. With COVID cases climbing, mandatory mask orders are growing, but now new research concluding not all face masks are created equal.
We were basically looking at two main characteristics for the masks. The first was the type of fabric that we used, and the second was the construction of the mask.
Researchers at Florida Atlantic University put several different masks to the test. They looked at a bandana-style covering, a loosely folded cotton handkerchief mask, a homemade two-layered quilted cotton mask, and an over-the-counter cone-style mask. They used a laser to detect droplets as they were coughed or sneezed out of a mannequin. This video showing how far those droplets traveled with no covering. The green going about 8 feet. The single layer bandana, better than nothing, but showing the droplets still traveled pretty far, more than 3.5 feet.
Even the bandana fabric will be able to stop the largest droplet sizes. So if you use a better fabric, it will be more effective.
The loosely folded mask performed better, but the droplets still traveled more than a foot. The best performers, the over-the-counter mask, shielding the droplets up to 8 inches of spray. And taking the top spot, the homemade two-layered quilted cotton mask, droplets only traveling 2.5 inches.
Masks are not 100% effective. There's always some leakage from the sides. That's why it's important to use a combination of face masks and social distancing.
So there are two things you want to think about when you think of masks. One, the fit. You want to make sure it fits snug around this part of your face. And two, the fabric. I know this is not what you want to hear, TJ, but the thicker the fabric, the better. If you can see the sun coming through your mask, that means droplets can get out as well. TJ.
All right. No, I'm always listening to you, Eva. Thank you so much. I'm also always listening to our ABC News team.
All right.
Okay.
Well, there you have the video. It
Yes.
clearly explains that the type of mask, the material you use in the mask is so important. Did you see that bandana? So for any of you out
Yes.
there still thinking you're okay with the bandana, it's not okay. And the lady at the end said, put it up to the sun, and if you can see the light shining through, then you need a better mask.
Yeah, I think that's perfect, because if you can see through, then you know things can get through.
Yes, we have a mask that has a filter pocket, so we cut out a filter and put it in there, and it's pretty thick, our one, even though it is uncomfortable when you go out because it's thick, but that's what we do to protect ourselves.
Oh, that's wonderful. You said that, you and your family were away on a little recent trip to San Luis Obispo. So how was that?
Yeah, so we went to San Luis Obispo this past weekend, and it was really weird because even though California state has the mandate that we have to wear masks, still people were not wearing masks. It was hit and miss where we went. We definitely were wearing our masks, even when we were walking around. A lot of the restaurants required masks to enter. We in Santa Clara County, where I live, we are not allowed to have indoor seating for any restaurants. But San Luis Obispo County, they actually were allowing indoor seating. So we only went to places that had outdoor seating. If there was no indoor seating, we weren't going to chance it. But they did say, in order to enter the facility, you have to wear masks. And what we noticed was a lot of people were abiding by that rule, but as soon as they left the restaurant, they immediately took it off. And you see a lot of people walking around with no masks, which is quite scary. I mean, I know it's outdoors, but I just don't want to come too close to the people. So we were trying to keep our distance. But what's really funny, or what's not funny, but what's really shocking is that even though not everyone was abiding by this mandate, the cases of COVID in San Luis Obispo has not skyrocketed, which I'm shocked, because you would think, right, if people have choice, a lot of them are opting not to wear it, you would think the cases would go up, but they're actually not, which is shocking to me. So I don't know about you, but I know that San Francisco, they've been saying the numbers have been going up, and
Right.
they're not going to. So the governor, the mayor of San Francisco, they're meant to be reopening the next phase. When is it? I think it's next Monday, July the 13th.
Yes.
There's meant to be indoor restaurant seating, but they've actually decided to stop that and not allow restaurants, indoor seating, or bars to open again. So they're taking a step back, and this is going to really, really hurt them. So restaurants can open still if you have patio dining, but
Right.
bars, even though you have patio dining, they're still not allowing you to open, which is, I don't quite understand that, but that's what it is. So that's the mandate. So I feel so badly for the business owners because, you know, they took a step back when it was all SIP, stay in place. Then they opened up, and now the numbers are going up, and now they're stepping back again, and it's going to
Right.
really financially hurt their business.
Right.
So
Yeah, I know that also in Santa Clara, because I got a text from my nail person. She's opening on Monday, and I have a friend that has a hair salon. She's opening on Monday. There's specific requirements, so I'm sure they have to have like the plexiglass if you're gonna, you know, go and get your nails done. And I'm sure if you're doing a hair salon, you probably can only have one or maybe two stylists at a time. So, you know, everybody's trying to find the new norm.
right. And yeah, as you mentioned, the nail salons, and you know, I am a big nail salon person, but I don't think I'll be going back to the nail salon for quite a while. My nails are no nails, and I'm actually really liking it.
Yes, I
Yeah,
had to
you
learn how
I
to,
like it.
I used to do my own years ago, and so I did them again, and they don't look great, but they're well enough that I can, you know, because I've had nails for so long when I don't have nails, and my nail beds are so tender from wearing, you know, gels for so long. So,
Oh, okay. So
however,
now you're used to
I
them.
agree. Yeah, I agree. I don't think I'm going to be going for a minute. I'm going to see how this is going to shake out.
Yeah, and I'm sure many people are going to be the same way, but there are going to be those people that go, yes, hair salon open,
Yes,
nail salon open. When
I
can I
can't
get my
wait.
appointment?
I can't wait. Well, I know, you know, also in Central California, a lot of our first responders, our first level of support, you know, the farmers, the people who are working out in the fields, their numbers are going up tremendously. And, you know, I can't imagine how I would feel as a doctor or a nurse to think that people are so selfish they can't distance and wear a mask. I'm putting my life on the line every day going into the hospital to take care of people. And there are individuals out in the marketplace who just, they don't care. I just don't understand. What are you thinking? Just wear the mask. Stay away from each other.
Well, I think that the reason why they're not doing it is because it hasn't affected them. A lot of people, what they don't realize, or they don't do it because they're not in they haven't got the consequences of their actions. If
Right.
more people really felt the consequence, they would actually be doing it. So there are people I've heard, this past weekend, there was a person, I think it was um, a man, he went to a gathering with a lot of people, and they show him in the hospital, and he's talking, and he's saying he regrets it. Had he known it would have been this bad, he would have skipped that gathering he went
That
to.
event.
Yeah, so a lot of people, it's like back in the days when people were smoking, they don't see the
Right.
direct impact it has on them until years and years down the road. It's the same with people with masks. Oh, I'm not
Yeah.
feeling any symptoms. Nothing's wrong with me. I don't care. I'm going to go. But once you get the symptoms, you're
Right.
risking your life because you don't know if you're going to have it seriously, or you're going to be put on like respirator, or you're just going to have
Yes.
a very
Ventilators.
ventilator. You don't know how serious you're going to have it. So people,
Absolutely.
just think if you got it. Think in the
Yes.
moment. Don't think about you're not having it, you don't have it. Just think about
Yes.
how would you feel? Your risk, it's a 50-50 chance whether you'll get it seriously or you don't get it seriously. What would you rather do,
Absolutely.
right? Take the risk or not take the risk?
Yep. Very true. Well, I know a lot of people are missing, you know, like I'm missing movies. I I cannot wait to go and see a movie in a movie theater. I am going to be such a happy girl. And I have friends, my niece is excited about concerts. You know, she goes, oh, Auntie, I miss concerts. I want to go to a concert. Well, Brad Paisley and Nelly are doing these, what they're calling drive-in, drive-up concerts. I know that Brad Paisley is going to start on the 10th. He's doing 3 nights in a row. He's going to be in Maryland Heights, Missouri on the 10th. He's going to be in Nashville, Tennessee on the 11th. And on the 12th, he's going to be in Noblesville, Indiana. So you can go to online and check. We will put the link down below to help you, just kind of guide you in that direction so that you'll be able to see what is going to be available. If this works out, because what it is it's 9 feet for a car, 9 feet for tailgating, and then 9 feet next to it for space, and then the next car, and then the next tailgating spot, and then another blank spot. And the goal is to keep people physically distanced. However, Rosetta and I, the more we thought about this and we talked about it, we were like, okay, this is really interesting, because when I go to a concert, I like to dance, I like to sing. It's the droplets. So if you're singing, they could be in the air. And if it's a nice breezy day, I just don't know how that's going to work out. There were samples recently where a choir was performing, and say it was a 100-person choir, 87 individuals came down with something from that experience. So I know we're missing a lot of things, and maybe this whole process is to teach us patience, because we have to have patience.
Very, very true. Yeah, we're not even sure how that's going to work. I mean, they're allowing cars to go in, and then they're having sections. They're blocking off sections. So one is the gold section, which is up front. Then there's the red zone. They call it zones. Then the blue zone, the green zone, and orange zone. And we're not really sure how the ticketing works, because it's varying from one artist to the other. But
yes.
Yeah, it's, even though you're allowed to get out of your car, you're going to be dancing, you're going to be singing. We'll see how it was, because you're meant to be staying in your own bubble, your own family bubble. So,
Yes.
So we'll see.
Yeah, so we'll put the link down below so you can check it out and see if that's something of interest to you and your family. So, as I've always shared with you since this whole process began, I'm very, very grateful for Americans as well as citizens from all over the world protesting for Black Lives Matter. People seeing George Floyd's life taken from him on national television. There were no tricks of a camera. We saw what we saw. The thing that has been most interesting for me is Black Lives Matter, while it's growing to become more inclusive of all of us, people are turning and they're behaving terrible. They are acting out. There's a situation though, before we get into all of that, we shared a story with you a few weeks ago where a Black man was in Central Park in New York. His name is Christian Cooper, and he was bird watching. Now, he happens to be a Harvard grad, very distinguished gentleman, and a woman of Caucasian descent, as far as we could tell from her picture in the video. Her name is Amy Cooper. They're not relatives or anything. She was upset because he asked her to put her dog on a leash. So she called 911 on him. This, because he was videoing the entire process, everyone got to see her behaving badly. She lost her job, which caused her to lose her home. You know, her life as she knows it will not be the same. So the DA in New York is ready to prosecute her for her actions. Christian Cooper is a kind man. He believes that she has already paid enough for her mistake, and he hopes that she's going to learn from her mistakes. So he doesn't want her to be prosecuted. And he's told the DA he doesn't want to have anything to do with that. I wonder sometimes, what would she have done if the table had been turned? Would she have felt that way? Would she have said, he's already been hurt enough, I don't need to hurt him anymore? Or would she go for everything and want him to lose even his freedom?
Well, with the actions that she was showing us on the video, directly related to that, I don't think she would have. If it was a different person, maybe. So this really goes to show this Mr. Cooper guy really, even though, you know, he could have said, yes, we want to prosecute.
Yes.
He didn't. It goes to show what a humanely, I don't know what the word is, how humane he is. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really does have some heart.
Yeah, he's a kind man. And, you know, so we just wanted to kind of show you the flip side of people behaving badly. So now we're going to show you a video of, and it's very hard to see, there is a Black man being pinned to a tree by some citizens who are upset that he is in the area. So we're going to show you that video now.
Yes, we are.
In times like these, we look for control where we can find it. With FlexPath from Capella University, courses are online and on demand to put you in control of your education. Set your own deadlines and move at your own pace. You can even finish the bachelor's degree you started in 12 months for $10,000. Capella University. Don't just learn, learn smarter.
All right, here you go.
All right.
Investigation that's underway into allegations of a racially motivated attack that was caught on camera in Indiana. More protests erupting there overnight as the FBI now joins the case. Our Alex Perez with the details.
Overnight, protests erupting in Bloomington, Indiana. And the FBI is now investigating after these disturbing viral videos appear to show a group of white men pinning a Black man, 36-year-old Vox Booker, against a tree Saturday. I'm guarded. The men hurling racist slurs at Booker. He says they even threatened to lynch him.
As they're beating me on the ground, one of the individuals yells to a friend to get a noose. Not a rope, but to literally get a noose.
The incident unfolding July 4th at Lake Monroe in Bloomington, where Booker says he was headed to meet a group of friends and watch the lunar eclipse from the public beach. When the men confronted him and told him he was on private property, Booker says he tried to calmly smooth things over with them and had actually started to walk away when he was attacked.
I'm struggling to breathe. I can feel the weight of these gentlemen on top of me. A woman who's in the crowd yells not to kill me. I realize that she's literally talking about me for them not to kill me. And I'm in a state of shock.
Booker's friend, Brennan Golightly, stepping in to intervene, recording the altercation on his phone and demanding the men release him.
They had hatred, anger in their eyes. I believe they were, if we had not showed up, I believe they were going to hurt Vox pretty bad.
Booker was able to escape, but had a mild concussion, bruises, and some patches of his hair ripped from his head. He called police to report the attack and says the Indiana Department of Natural Resources responded but made no arrest. This morning, investigators say they are still collecting evidence. The county prosecutor telling ABC News, "We anticipate receiving the case soon. We will thoroughly review and determine what charges are appropriate." Federal authorities are investigating the case as a hate crime. The incident sparking protests over the weekend demanding those men be charged. The demonstration itself turning violent when a driver tried to plow through the crowd. That driver still on the loose.
And Booker says he truly believes what saved him was that his friends and onlookers, all of whom were white, refused to leave and demanded the attackers stop. TJ?
All right, Alex Perez for us this morning.
Wow.
Thank you so much.
Wow.
Okay,
I
so that was that. That's pretty shocking.
We can't just take
Yeah.
from
All right.
So we
I tell you, the sad part is that what his friend
Hey,
said.
technology. I thought I
I know,
stopped it.
like you got to go back to, yeah. The sadness was, like his friend said, if they had not have shown up, they think that they would have hurt his friend. And, you know, we both have had incidents in our lives. I know I have, where I've been somewhere doing something, and then all of a sudden someone does something and I go, no, I'm not going to be a part of that. And I leave. And I'm looking at this young lady who's standing there, and I'm like, why didn't you leave? Why didn't you just say, you know what, you boys have had way too much to drink, or you're feeling your Cheerios or whatever, I'm out. You know, I wouldn't stand there and just allow it to continue. That's what I'm saying.
Well, I didn't understand what she was doing because she kept turning around looking at the camera and not really saying anything. I mean, I don't know. Was she a
Yeah.
friend of theirs? I thought she was just looking to see what was happening. I don't know.
Well, she was blocking the view. If you notice, you know, you see his legs, but you don't see the whole body of
Yeah,
the
we didn't even
person
see
that's
his
being pinned.
face.
No, because he's being pinned to the tree. And I mean, I just couldn't imagine when someone says, you know, get a noose. You know, so now he's thinking, okay, you're pinned down, you're having a problem breathing, and now they're going to lynch you. People,
I
this is
know.
2020.
And
Come
he was
on.
probably scared for his life because
Yes.
what all the other incidents have occurred, you don't know what people are capable of. So if I
Absolutely.
was that man, I'd be scared to death for my life.
Yes. So we're going to put the link to that down below. And we've got a couple of other incidents that occurred. So, you know, I believe all lives matter. I believe sincerely that the human race, we have to become one. We have to work together. I mean, talk about poor examples for our children. Mommy and daddy just lost their minds. They're out having a little alcohol and lost their minds. So the next video we're going to post for you to watch later at your own convenience is a family went out to celebrate in Carmel, California, not too far from where Rosetta and I live. And they're having a lovely time, and a gentleman is there, and he starts throwing racist comments to the family that's out celebrating. Now, the employee of the facility where they were, she tells him, you have got to leave. We will not allow you to talk to our, you know, patrons like this. You know, this is not allowed. This is not acceptable behavior. And he leaves, and then he posts a mea culpa. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. My behavior was poorly. I just didn't mean it. Okay, so that's number one. Very shortly thereafter, another video hits where, and this was a Caucasian man talking to an Asian family. So then we have a Caucasian woman talking to an Asian family that happened to be hiking, and apparently on this particular route, dogs were not allowed. They didn't know that. And the lady tells them, you can't be here, you know, like, leave. So what is it in your thought process that makes you think that you are more powerful than anyone else? What makes you think that your livelihood, your abilities, your spectrum is so privileged that everybody else, if they're not someone who looks like you, they got to go?
Yes, and just a quick note, at that particular park where they had a sign and it showed a picture, dogs are allowed on leashes. So it wasn't that they did have the dog on the leash, but she said, you're breaking the law, you're not allowed here, go back to your country. That's what they said. And
Yes.
the Asian man, he is actually born in the United States.
Yeah. And I like how in the video, he's like, this is where I'm from.
Right.
So,
and then the woman, his wife, says to the lady, why don't you go back to where your heritage is from? That's what she said to him. Yeah. And the lady actually said I'm going to call the police on you. Go back to your country. I'm going to call the police on you. And when the Asian man takes out his cell phone, he said, "What is your name, ma'am? What is your name?" And she says very, very quietly, "Beth." And when she notices that he's recording, she actually bows her head and he says, "Excuse me, what is your name?" And she says, "Beth." And then she walks away because she knows that she's being filmed.
Right.
Thank goodness for cell phones. I'm telling you.
I know. I'm grateful we didn't have cell phones when I was a young girl, when I was going to the clubs and having a good time. However, I tell you, the distinction of life today, the reason that it's so different is that because of cell phones and because of the cameras. Could you imagine life when Dr. King was, trying to bring all people together and get everyone to have equal rights? If they had cell phones, it might have been a completely different conversation back then.
Wow, yes. So technology is great. We love them. We love
Yeah.
technology, but then we hate it sometimes.
Yes. So what did you do for the 4th of July? How did you celebrate?
So I was upset because we couldn't have fireworks. I love going to see fireworks. I usually go to Santa Clara Park. They have in the evening, they do a whole bunch of food trucks go there and you can buy
Yes.
dinner.
Is
And
this
then
at Central Park?
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
And
that's where
then,
my husband and I go. We go with a blanket and we lay out on the grass and watch the
oh yeah, because
up.
you know why?
Yeah.
Because the fireworks are the best because they set that
Yes.
music and it's not just a short 10 minutes. It's like half an hour.
No. Yes, it's beautiful.
So we couldn't do that this week. I was quite bummed. So what we did was I actually made some ribs in the morning and then we got ourselves a nice picnic and then we went to the rose garden.
Nice.
So me and my husband went to the
Nice.
rose garden and we had a picnic. Obviously my son, being a teenager he is, 16, didn't want to join us. So we went by ourselves and had a picnic, just me and my husband. And that was nice. We were there for a few hours and we were just people watching and just relaxing. We brought some alcohol with us, some ribs, some coleslaw, some chips,
Nice.
and we enjoyed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
What did you do, Gloria?
Like you, I was kind of bummed because I didn't trust people to physically distance, wear masks appropriately. So like you, I cooked my husband, he loves ribs. So I cooked him some ribs and he loves potato salad. We don't eat a lot of carbs. So on holidays, I allow him to ask for certain things. So we had that with some mixed vegetables, broccoli, cauliflower, very, very good greens. And my neighbor next door sent me a text message and she goes, "We're outside with the kids. We can social distance. Why don't you guys come out? We got some sparklers and, let's just hang out." So we went outside and they shot off a couple of little fireworks, nothing big. And all of a sudden the sky lights up. I was like, oh my God. Now, I live in Fremont, and in between, Fremont is in the middle. On one side is Union City, and on the other side is Newark. Those two cities allow fireworks. I mean, it looked like professional. They were big. They were like, boom. It was loud. At certain points, you thought, okay, oh my God, did that hit the house? I mean, it was that loud. So even though we didn't get to see the professionals, people still did fireworks. And luckily, we only had a couple of little fires and the firemen were able to put them out right away.
Yeah, we didn't, we're not allowed in Campbell, we're not allowed to have fireworks, but I actually did hear several people around our neighborhood doing the fireworks. I'm not sure where they got them from, somewhere, whichever city is allowing to sell them, but they got them and we heard them, but I didn't look outside the window to see any of them.
Yes, well, because we were outside with the kids, because they're just pretty, bummed out. One of her son would have graduated from high school and he had signed up, he was going into the Navy. So all of that got put on hold, and his little girl, she's very athletic. And so a lot of her sports activity, and she was going to camp, all that got canceled. So it was just kind of nice to see them have a little fun. And so, we did that for a little bit. And that was pretty much it. It was, it was the quietest, even though we had the illegal fireworks, it was the quietest 4th of July ever.
Yes, it was. It was.
Yes.
But we're hoping next year. There's always next year.
Yes, we're looking forward to it.
Yep, we are.
So as we close you guys out today, we always like to have a little Ellen in our life. And Ellen is actually on vacation. It's her her summer break. So she's on vacation. Ellen, we love you. We miss you, even though you were doing it from home. It was still good to see you every day. And we hope that you're well. So today we are going to share a really funny thing that happened. So Rosetta was on Instagram. I'll let you tell it.
Oh, okay. Well, I was on Instagram and all of a sudden I noticed a post that someone had posted about Tiffany Haddish. And
Yes.
she actually shaved her hair. She shaved her head. I'm surprised. For those of you that know Tiffany Haddish, she has long hair. And she said she knows where everything is on her face, her moles and her spots and everything. But she doesn't know her scalp, so she wants to see her scalp. So she cuts her locks. And I think Gloria said that she had just braided her hair, was it?
Yes, when she was sequestered, she did a show on Ellen, one of Ellen's segments, and she told Ellen, she knows how to braid, and she had braided her own hair.
Well, that's right. That's right. So she braided her own hair, but she cut it off, her long parts of her hair, and then you see her on Instagram. We're going to post the Instagram video.
Yes, you got to check
long.
this out.
It's like 38 minutes of her having it shaved by someone else. Someone else is shaving her hair.
Yes.
And she looks quite different, but she still looks good.
I know. She's got a beautiful face. And the person that was doing it, she kept saying, Tiffany, no, Tiffany, because Tiffany is just cutting. And she goes, no, Tiffany, no. And she goes, nope, I know exactly what I want. I want it all gone. So we always like to leave you with a little levity. And I promise you, when you watch that video, the link is down below. You are going to love it.
Yes, because Tiffany Haddish is funny. She's funny.
Yes.
Well, thanks everyone for tuning into our video this week. We had so much fun. We talked about something serious and then we talked about something fun, but I hope you all had an amazing 4th of July weekend, whatever you did. And make sure, if you haven't watched it, watch Hamilton if you can on Disney Plus, because it's really, really, really great, especially with the original cast. I love the original cast.
Yeah, they said they filmed it in 2013, and I want to see it because also with the unrest in the world, because Hamilton owned slaves, they're talking about taking it down, and please don't take it down.
Please please. It's so good. We can go back and watch it. It's so great, and the music is amazing.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait.
Yes, I can't wait for you to watch it myself because you'll really, really love it.
Good.
So again, I'd like to just ask everyone, if you liked our videos, please hit the thumbs up to let us know that you viewed it and you liked it, because we don't know if you don't like it. We don't know if you viewed it or not. And subscribe to our channel. We'd love for you to subscribe and hit the bell notification if you don't want to miss any of our chats. And I just want to end off by saying, if you want us to discuss anything during our chats, please comment below, give us feedback on what we've discussed. And for any of you out there watching, if you have a tea shop, make teas, know anyone that has a tea shop, we would love to review your teas on an upcoming chat. Because that's what we do, because we are Silicon Valley girls, chat over tea.
Yes, and we love a good tea.
We need some spice and variety. We'd love to, because I'm just doing the same things over and over again, but I do love my licorice in my teas.
I know.
So thanks everyone for tuning in, and remember to always keep smiling. Take care now. Bye-bye everyone.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Bye.